Welcome, Governor Livingston. You are in the zone, brought to you by GL Sports Zone and GLHS TV. We are all four of your hosts, Ryan Tarabokia,
Charlie Gilpin,
John Schmidt, and Jonathan Schmidt. Different look today, and this might be the look you're going to be seeing for a while unless this crashes and burns. But, yeah, all four of the, I'd say the top chess pieces
Need
in
an
sports
upgrade
zone.
of a table over here because my legs are tight.
Listen,
this was the upgrade. This is actually
This
like
is the
flying in
upgrade.
style.
yeah.
My
Chuck,
thighs are.
Johnny, if you want a new table, buy your own.
Yep.
We'll lug it in the side door.
We can use some of the shirt money maybe.
Yeah. Do we have any more shirts left? Or are they all gone?
We have extra red shirts from this year and white shirts from last year that we're going to be selling at a table on next Friday.
Be there. I mean, big sales, big money. I mean,
Red outs.
as you can see, we're
$60
almost.
a shirt.
As you can see, we're almost all in shirts. One of us, he's a loose cannon, so we'll let him be. But yeah,
Keep it interesting.
long time since we had a podcast. You know, Chuck gets sick last week. You know, there was some business during lunch, and yeah, so we're gonna get right into it. We got 5 basketball games to cover, and it's not gonna be fun coverage. Let's keep it straightforward. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it.
Am I gonna have to separate you two?
Oh, Johnny and I?
Yeah.
No, Johnny and I, we work as a team.
We are, you know.
Hey, you mess with one Schmidt, you get both.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, shivering my timbers. Huh?
Oh, I had a bad joke there. I didn't say it. Oh, okay. But 1-4 in the last 5 games for boys basketball. I've got some.
Wait, 1-4?
Tough stretch.
Yeah.
Tough.
So
It happens, you know.
We got weather.
I've got some base stats. I mean, there was 3 games in a row where we shot 30% from the field as a whole. I mean, listen. You know, we'll just start off with the Cranford game. You know, watching the film on the Cranford game, 2 very good players. They had one guy scored 29, the other scored 16, and then no one else. Only one other guy scored above 5 points. So 2 guys that did everything. And other than that, they did not impress me. They were big and they crashed the boards. Johnny's got a little point he wants to bring out once I'm done talking about this game, just this game. But we did decent. It was a little bit of a different look than how we normally do, you know. We shot 52% from 3. We hit 9 threes. But, you know, we only shot 27% from 2. And that's normally not the case. Normally we're better from inside the arc, and outside we have our struggles. But not the case, and also very not similar to what we're used to seeing is we got out-rebounded by 10. Like, they were crashing the boards. It was, you know, it was just different. Still turned the ball over 14 times to only 9 assists. And honestly, nothing impressed me. You know, the threes were good, but it wasn't great. Johnny's got a little thing he wants to talk about here, and I think, you know, we'll see. I think I agree with what he's got going on. But
Yeah.
Cranford was only 4-13, although in a tough division.
Yeah, they're in a very tough division. Their record does not really give them justice for the teams they've played. They're all in the top division playing very good teams. So playing us was kind of like, I would say, an off game for them, and they brought it to us.
They did lose to Nuprov, though, by 13.
Yeah, I think that was earlier in the season, though, so they could have been figuring some stuff out. But the one stat you didn't mention was rebounds for Cranford. They kill us on the boards. You said that. But one of their players had 10 boards. I believe like 7 or 8 of them were on the offensive board. So a lack of our effort for boxing them out. But this kid was big, like muscular.
Moose.
Just a moose, we should say. He was really crashing the boards and giving us problems on the boards. So that brings me to my next point is Cranford they have big players. And I think it shows their football team. They've won like 3 state championships in the last 10 years.
A couple D1 line.
Yep.
All their D1 commits have been linemen.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, at least. They had a D-tackle from Illinois 2 years
They had
ago.
a running back a couple years ago.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like a good chunk of them.
Kyle Fay going to Villanova, who actually plays basketball, but
Yeah.
he quit this year. I had a guard him last year. He scored 20 on me.
What?
For football?
Yeah.
He's an offensive lineman.
Yeah. They had the Will Fries. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to give any hints about that.
Tell
but-
him.
You want me to tell? He might be. Well, because you know, there's no logistics workout, but
Yeah,
he
facts.
might be coming on here. And Will Fry's brother is going to Illinois,
Yep.
D tackle. So lots of plural meese coming out of Cranford.
Yeah, so back to my point, like Cranford, they get after it in the weight room. Some of my friends go there and they just tell me their weightlifting periods, 45 minutes straight of just grinding, like
Pumping iron.
lifting, like sweating when you leave. And I'm not gonna say like we have great teachers here at GL, but it's more the students that just don't want to put the work in. And I think we kind of see it in some of the sports that are more physical. We're kind of lacking a little bit.
I think football. I will say I think football's turning over a new
Yeah.
leaf. They've started, more programs outside, but
Off-season guys.
off season because prior to this, the off season for football was 2 months before.
It was
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, and track. But to build muscle, that's months on months of work. If you really want to be ahead of the game, you want to be up to par maybe or a little behind. You can just do it a couple months before. But like you said, it's got to be a year-round thing. And it's very much so on the players. And I think, like you said, football, lacrosse, not so much. The defenders.
I would say basketball is contact.
Yeah. The wrestlers are very
Yeah,
good
that's
with
the
it.
one exception. They
Yeah,
are.
the wrestlers are.
That's because Mr. Ortega is one of those guys who wants to push them being active year-round. No, for the most part, that whole team is working year-round.
Yeah.
Getting in wrestling reps, that's the other thing. A lot of players don't really play the sport outside of that season. Like, I know lacrosse, many guys are just starting to pick up the stick now, as of recent with
As of
some
new.
clinics. I mean, partially, me being one of those people. But football, I mean, it's hard to play around the season. But it's something that, in the future, definitely has to be something that could be worked on. And maybe football starting this could be the start of a new weightlifting chapter. No disrespect to, like, Coach E.
No, Coach
Oh,
E
he's
does a
definitely trying to.
Coach E knows his stuff.
he does a fantastic job.
He knows his stuff. But he really only does the class. And,
He can tell you what to do. It's a matter of fact if you're going to do it or not.
Most definitely. And then one of the, back to basketball.
Yeah.
One of the high notes of this 5-game stretch was the one against New Prov. Was a
Big time.
great win. Some really good stuff. Kyle Blade had a clean 10
Fantastic
points.
game.
He played just efficient, good. I want to talk a little bit more about him later.
Efficiency.
No, not well. Kind of the opposite. Speaking of efficiency, Mika had 17, and he struggled with the efficiency. But
Efficiency.
why is he taking 11 3-pointers?
He was the hot hand that
Yeah,
game,
he
so we're
was.
just letting
He
him.
was. He still shot 3 of 11 from 3. I think it was 3 of 11 or 4 of 11, one of the two.
What's that, like?
28, 27%.
That's-
That's not terrible from 3.
That's not,
It's not terrible, but once again, he's I was watching his what?
If you shoot enough, it's bound to go in. That's the strategy
Hey.
we're going for. Right. That's the
Deion
stra-
Waiter said, I'd
He
rather
went
shoot.
He went 5 for 18 that game, and listen, he still had 17 points. I'm not taking this, and I'm not blaming him at all.
Yeah.
I think it's a scheme thing. I think I'll just bring it up now. Kyle Bade against, it's called Abraham something in this.
It's Roselle.
It's Roselle. Okay, against Roselle,
Abraham Clark.
had 20 points, extremely efficient, and did your Chromebook just die?
Yeah, and I saw it coming.
Okay,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Kyle
You
Bade
can feel it.
had.
I felt it.
Kyle
I
Bade
felt
had.
it coming.
Oh my God! Let me get this out.
Tragedy.
Kyle Bade had 20 points, 4 for 5 from 3. He shot 67% from free throw. He struggled with some of the twos, but I feel like it's a scheme thing. Like, let the guys who can shoot, the Basils, the Bades. Those are the two guys. What? The Jonathans. Jonathan's been an efficient 3-point shooter this year.
What?
Yeah.
No, can I have the stat line?
You want the stat line? Let's pull it up right now.
I just want the stat line.
I was joking. I don't think I'm
No, he's actually been. I think you've been pretty.
I'm better recent.
Yeah, you went 2 for 3 the other game. Let's see.
Yeah,
2 for 3 for what? Like, I
From
won.
3.
Oh, from
Against
3.
Jonathan
Oh,
Schmidt.
boy.
Johnny got his points back, though, from the one.
Yeah,
game.
I gave him 10 points.
Okay,
so that's half
never
his
mind.
points.
Yeah,
You're shooting 25% from 3. However, but like,
That's like right where the team is, though.
yeah, but like Mika is, I think, a good 3-point shooter. But you can't make
Yeah.
him take all the threes. Let Bade take some threes. Let Basil take some threes. Don't let John take some threes.
That's a fact.
No, Johnny, that jump shot's improving. I saw you hit a couple mid-range shots.
Yeah,
but
mid-range, not. Keep going.
Mika is a very good mid-range shooter.
Fantastic,
I
yeah.
think that's one of his strongest
Off
points.
the dribble.
Off the
Beautiful
dribble,
shot.
but the way it's set up now is he's catch and shoot from 3, and that's not his bread and butter. John's trying to move away from
this
Chuck. But Mika's bread and butter
Chill out,
is Mika's bread and butter is working off the dribble. You know, getting to the basket off the dribble. Like, he's setting himself up for catching situations and catching it, gets trapped. I don't know. What do I know?
How's McGrath shooting?
He's shooting
Better
okay.
recently.
Most definitely better recently, but he's struggling with the turnovers. And I think something I wanted to bring up, you know, I think at the end of the day, there's got to be a scheme adjustment. We got to change something. Because as much as you want to say, well, these guys kind of, it's not working. You're 6-9 when you should be way over 500. No offense, guys. Like, this is nothing personal against the basketball team, and I don't think it's a talent thing. I want to emphasize this so much. I think individually, so many of these guys are so. Bade's a stud. Mika's a freak athlete. Johnny is awesome in that low block, and I know we give him so much trash for missing some threes and some free throws, but this dude on any night can score 20 and get 10 rebounds. Bennett, awesome on the low block, awesome getting rebounds. McGrath is a great facilitator. Even guys coming off the bench, Bays is a sharpshooter. Like, in no way do I want to diss this talent, but I think there's a reason, and defensively the scheme works, I will say that. But you can let up 40 points, but you're not going to win if you only score 30.
Yeah, I don't think it's much of a scheme. I think it's more like a game plan. Like, oh, they're going to get to 2-3. Like, what are we going to do to counteract that 2-3?
Yes, and I'm saying, like, who should be in the game at that point? I feel like you got to change the starting lineup at some point. And we saw it with Sotosani starting against Duprov, but that didn't really last. But
Well, and he got sick. He missed like 2 games with a sickness, and Bennett came back. Bennett's been playing very well of late.
he has, and
All year he's been playing well. He's a good player. He's not getting his touches.
I like you and Bennett down low. Maybe, you change up who's down low at certain times, but use more guys. Bring in different players at certain times.
Shake it up.
Exactly. Run Basil with McGrath. Run Bade with Mika. Like I know Bade and Mika get on at the same time. See what works. You got to try something out. This is the point in the season. You're 6-9, and you want to try to do something in the playoffs. You reach into your back pocket and you see if you've got some change. Like, you got to do something.
Speaking of playoffs here
Tell someone to put the cape on.
for the state tournament, what does that even mean?
Superhero
Who's going to put the cape on?
I don't need a superhero. We just need to play as a team.
Okay.
Yeah. For the state tournament, it's top 16 teams make into the state tournament. Right now, we're sitting in 17th.
And
So we got
you want to do something, change something.
So we got. I don't know when the cutoff is. February something. So we got
It's 2 days before the state tournament starts.
So we have like 3 or 4 games to get that spot up. And Oratory, very good team. Rahway,
They beat Del
beatable. Yeah, Oratory is
Rahway's completely beatable.
Rahway's beatable.
And it's a big
Oratory is
school, so
very,
it's good
very good.
PowerPoint pop.
But I still think
And then we got Johnson. Oof, whipping.
beatable. Totally beatable.
So that's 2 games right there. Then
Let's not get clipped, right?
we're good.
But like other games, Morris Hills, Vaughn stepped up to coach. I honestly, I liked how he mixed it up a little. It was, it's tough. It's his first.
It was his own twist to it. He had a lot to do without an assistant coach.
No, it was
With
pretty
an-
much just him.
With 2 coaches, you got someone to manage who's going into the game, what plays you're running, foul trouble. He had to deal with all of it, so it's difficult.
He's a good vocal leader, but once again, it's hard to make something work when you're on 2 days of notice that you're going to be the head coach.
2 hours of notice.
Yeah, pretty much. And Morris Hills game, we lost by 6. Also, Roselle Park lost by 3. The Morris Hills game, only 2 guys were really good. I mean,
Don't send me. Don't not send
no.
me.
I'm saying for Morris Hills.
Oh,
Number
good.
11 and number 1 had I think
Yeah.
19 and 20 or
Yeah.
something like that, or 16 and 20. They did all the heavy lifting. Morris Hills is like nowhere near as talented as us, but they just got their players the ball. They ran stuff to get those players shots, and I feel like those are the teams that thrive more against us. We can match up against any team, but those star players have been. I mean, we saw it against Cranford. They had the 2 guys doing all the heavy lifting, and I think, listen, you got a couple games left. Like I said, do something different. It's
Shake
not
the can.
Yeah, it's not about the 16 games that happen, or
Add some
15
yeast.
games. All right, Chuck, you're really pulling a lot out right now. It's not about the 15 games before. You got a couple games before the playoffs. Now is when get hot at the right time and you can make a run. Because like I said, you got the talent, and I don't know.
if we get into that tournament, it could be a little bit of a
You're a shake-up
underdog
team.
mentality.
Exactly.
Summit, I think, is the 4 seed right now. We lost to them by 1 point in a thriller that we should have won.
You are beating teams when they're only. You're losing to teams and they're only losing. They're only shooting 35%.
Yeah.
Like the gap is so, like, small that you have to close. It's just.
Yeah.
It feels like a mile, but it's honestly it's 10
Like
feet.
3 more shots to roll in. Like one.
Johnny
less
also.
turnover.
Oh my God, Johnny does not get any foul calls. I gotta talk to the NJSAA. Get this man some foul calls. He gets like punched in the ribs, and they're like, let her.
Yeah.
Let her. Well, I don't think NJSAA likes Johnny.
Have we seen my free throw percentage of late?
I know you're.
63%.
I thought the goal. I thought the goal was 90.
It's
No.
still a D+, Johnny.
Oh.
No, honestly, for this team, that's probably leading the team at this point. I wouldn't.
My bet.
Wasn't the goal 70?
No, the goal is.
65, I think.
It's all right. Let's move on. Let's
wait.
move
There
it
are
along.
only 3 players on the team who shoot better from free throws than Johnny. Name them.
Kyle Bade,
No.
Nope.
Shot.
Pat McGrath.
Yes, but barely. Only
Oh,
like 3%.
Bennett's up there for
Bennett.
sure.
Bennett, 71%.
And Will.
Yeah, those are the only 3 people.
Well,
that are-
we're also shooting the least amount probably.
Yeah.
No, Johnny, you actually lead the team in free throw attempts.
That makes sense.
Even though I'm still calling
Most
for you to get
attempts,
fouls.
though,
Jeez.
so.
And one thing, like going back to the state thing, I think the best thing, if we are that underdog, like type of role, obviously we will be. We will not have a home game for states, obviously,
Yeah.
this late.
Well,
But if we slide into that 16, like, honestly, the best thing going into states is we don't back down from anybody. We literally don't care who we're playing.
Yeah.
You could have 5 Duke
Roselle
commits.
Catholic.
Yeah, like,
We'll play the Roselle Catholic.
we want to play Roseville Catholic. That's
well,
what
I don't know if you want to play him.
I mean. We want to be at Kane. Like, you gotta eventually go through them.
Yeah. All right, let's go on. Let's move on.
Wait, really quick, I
Yeah.
will say, even if it's an away state game, Chuck and I could be on the call. We got our little setup going on right now. we're ready to go on
Oh
the
my
move.
God.
It-
Prudential in March.
We're gonna be
We'll do
sitting
that.
in the corner, finding someone, and we're just gonna be learning.
If we make it to
Learning
the
and
crew,
work.
I have an
Lucky
idea
it's
for you guys.
waterproof.
What'd you say?
I have an idea. We'll talk about it
Waterphobic.
after. I don't want to.
Big things coming
Yeah.
from Sports Zone. All I'm saying is the last couple games,
Second best club in the school. I said it.
What's the first?
GLHST.
GLHS student.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Third.
Caribbean Club.
Yeah.
What about the drum club?
On to the next. Come on, let's go. Let's move along
All
here.
right. On to hockey.
Do you?
So this is all of memory. So since my Chromebook died,
Shoot
we're doing
from
all
there.
of memory. They're 2-1. They did we cover oratory in the last podcast?
No. Last podcast was the 13th. You want me to pull up the games here? Just so
No, I got it. So we played oratory
you're
prep
professional.
in the semifinals, and we beat them 7-1. And then in the finals against Summit, we lost 3-2. And then our last game was Glen Rock, and we lost 2-1.
Bless you.
Sorry about that.
The stats leaders right now are Brian Kramer. He has 33 points.
Shocker.
Kukaro, he has 21. And obviously we still have Silverman right there.
Who?
No. Who?
Who?
Silverman.
Who's that?
Oh, okay, whatever. But he has
you go, Chuck.
18 or whatever.
Need anything?
But so he's still has an imprinting past on us. But yeah, I got all the scores right.
Oh boy, that was
Have
impressive.
Have an A, kid.
That was impressive.
But yeah, so good week or two out of the hockey team. And
The Glen Rock game was good.
yeah, the Glen Rock game was pretty good. I think
Yeah, I watched
our
the stream for
offense
that
the
one.
A little
first.
sloppy.
No, it started off pretty poor, I think. But then I think we really turned it around.
Brian almost had such an electric
Yeah.
goal.
Didn't he score one?
Yeah, that was early on, but later in the game. I mean, I
we-
called Daltrey's goal.
that was awesome.
That was electric. But the Summit game, I think we have to talk about. Chuck, can you talk about the missed opportunities that we had?
Wow.
Especially.
So many.
Were you at
Power
were
play?
you-
We had
so
so many missed power play opportunities.
And then also, end of the fourth and end of OT. Not
Third.
really. End of,
yeah.
Third period.
oh, third. Sorry, third period. And OT. I think we had 25 shots on.
That's the only reason we kept up with shots on goal. I think they had 5 more than us, but we
probably
had
would've been 25
We had like
less.
1 possession, 2 possessions where we just shot like 4, 5 shots.
In the
Was
third.
it like quality shots though?
oh yeah,
they're like-
some of
they're
them
like-
were really good. Like
Some of them were
So
like,
that's on the goalie.
yeah.
The goalie was
The
good, but
goalie
we
was good.
But even some of
He
them
played a
were
good
just
game.
like, Out of the if you could have put it in a
we
better
traded
place.
for the
See,
Summit.
I-
First time we played, we tied. Second time we
Yeah.
won. Third
Yeah.
time we lost. You know,
Thing
We're
about
very, it's
hockey,
an equal opportunity for both of
you
us.
can, we can like see what's a good opportunity, but I honestly don't know what like a good shot on goal is, like hockey wise.
The one that goes in.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
That's
like
good. No, that's true.
because like so many are just straight at the goalie, and you're like, oh, that one isn't like good. Like, what is it like when the goalie like has to reach out a little bit? That
Well, I obviously don't want to shoot into his chest.
yeah.
If I could,
we've been doing a
compare
lot
it
of
to
that.
other
Yeah,
sports
that's-
I
in
think
the
we can
corners,
see opposing teams when they have good shots on goal because I see Scott Caplan with incredible saves. I see him blocking with his stick, like he's near post.
Are
They
we making
shoot.
it official? Is he?
No, should we?
Yeah.
Why not?
Scott
Caplan, athlete of the week. Well, the girls won.
New Prov?
What's up?
We could do it for New Prov kids.
No,
No.
Isn't he a New Prov kid?
he's a GL kid, is he?
No, he said new prof kid.
Yeah, he's a New Prov
First
kid.
ever.
First
no,
ever.
Shane Cook. We got him last
Yeah, we
year.
got Shane Cook.
No,
yeah.
trust me, Scott Caplan has been absolutely the only, not the only, but the defense has
Black
been.
goal.
Yeah, black hole. Yeah, I said black hole. Are we going black hole?
I
brick
don't
wall?
know. We gotta. It doesn't fit him well. Doesn't fit
Really?
him.
Because I feel.
40 saves
'Cause he's-
against
no, you know
Summit.
what? You're right.
Vacuum.
I think we got
Wait, what was
Dyson.
Shane Cook?
Dyson.
the
What's that called?
Dyson.
The Dyson.
The Dyson.
Yeah, we got no more vacuums. We need something
It's kind of
else.
like Bison, but Dyson.
The Tyson is like the
Like
No,
Dyson.
we got to go out of the vacuums, guys.
yeah.
Honestly.
No, but Shane Cook was the vortex.
Yeah, but
Oh.
that's like sick.
I know that was. I'm
Yeah,
very
it's-
proud of that
We
one.
could call it like the
We got to do something that plays on the reflexes because his reflexes
Yeah,
are crazy.
Catman.
Catman.
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Let's call him Puss in Skates.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
All right, let's keep on going.
Okay, never mind.
It's getting uncomfortable.
Am I up?
Johnny, have at it.
All right, here we go. So since the last, I'm covering wrestling here. Since the last podcast, team is 6-0 in duels. They beat Linden by a score of 63-15, and then they went 3-0 in the Pingree Quad tournament. They beat Pingree, they beat Ocean Township, and I don't even know if you can say beat Toms River North. The score was 78-0. They didn't even.
Even if a wrestling team?
I don't know. They didn't get a single win.
Maybe we pinned all of them, or like, and then
That's
or there's a
cool.
bunch of forfeits.
They had a forfeit against Pat, so Pat got a win, quote unquote.
Hey, good
for
work.
him.
He's got like 3 wins.
If everybody was pinned, there would be 13 pins. So I don't know if that's possible.
I don't know
13
how it
times
works.
6.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than
At 78.
Yeah.
So there was either a forfeit or a pin for every
Yeah.
single.
Moving along, they beat Rawway 59-22. They beat undefeated Westfield 37-28
That was
last
awesome.
That was
night.
electric.
We'll get to that. We have a
was
little bit more to cover. And then for counties, this was the individual county tournament. Well, individual team. It was a team score, but you can also place individually and get like a medal. So Christian Sabatino placed second.
I went over all these.
Lost by
podcasts.
what's that?
I went over these last podcasts.
Yeah.
What? What am I missing out on? All right.
Well, yeah, when was this county thing?
No, you did
No,
not.
you
No,
did.
no.
You did.
No, you did the
you
Ricky
did the
I.
tournament.
All the second places?
You did.
No,
Yeah.
I did Ricky I, and then there was another one I did.
Yeah,
Well,
this
there's
is
a lot of
counties
second.
now.
I don't think you did this one.
You did the
Yeah,
other
you-
tournament.
This was
Dude,
last
that one was
week.
like a month ago.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
So
a
there's a
while
lot
ago.
of second place
Last
ones.
This just
podcast
got
I was on
posted.
is when I did this like the second place one.
Yeah, that was like 3-4
That,
weeks
that was,
ago.
that
There's
was
a
the
lot of
Elizabeth-
second place
that was
ones
like the
on here.
duel
When
or
is this-
something. I
when is this
forget what
from?
The brick?
This is from recent. This was
Yeah, that was the brick one. This
yeah,
is
was a
counties. This
lot-
happened
was-
like last
Oh, here we
week.
go.
You sure?
Yeah, this was 121. What was that, a week ago?
This does not look very
This is
official
5
of
days
us.
ago. Come on,
Yeah,
I know
5
my
days
stuff. I do my research.
Maybe cut out that whole mumbo jumbo.
No,
No.
keep it on there. It sounds like
gotta
I know
keep
my
it real.
stuff.
We gotta
and I'm
keep
getting
it real.
questioned over. All right, moving along. Christian Sabatino placed second, lost by
pretty
1
far.
in the finals. Rayak won counties, our only county finisher.
Beast.
Enrique, second place. Jack Huss, second
I haven't
place.
seen Henrique wrestling.
Enrique?
yeah.
He wrestled
Enrique,
last
not
night.
Enrique.
He's got a little bit
Is
of
it
a.
Henrique?
I think he has
No,
pink
that
eye
was
or
Enrique.
something.
No, it's Henrique. So it's an H.
The H is silent.
Oh, whatever.
Alan Batista, third place. Christian
Whatever.
Joya placed second and lost to the 8th best wrestler by 2 points. Dante,
You have to specify that.
because he placed in the state.
Oh, wait, best wrestler in the state.
Yeah, that's-
I thought you meant like,
No.
on his like, team.
He's top
He
10.
lost to the worst wrestler in the biz.
He only lost by 2 to one of the best wrestlers in the state. So
There you
good for
go.
him.
That sounds better.
So Dante, he had to forfeit the 3rd place match because his shoulder was popping out, but he just beat that kid last night. So
sorry.
I'm gonna put like an asterisk next to this and say Dante, 2nd place winner.
Maybe.
Kreisberg placed second.
Lit off.
Dasty placed second. Nate Faxon placed second. Moving along to last night's match. It was
Awesome.
a thriller.
You weren't even
Electric.
I was not.
there. You like,
I
you
was
weren't
fired
even
up.
there.
Some hot spots. Saigo, first varsity match for the kid.
How'd he do?
He lost.
Got pinned, lasted probably.
You know what I was saying? I wish I was a wrestler. You can lose and everyone will still applaud you.
Yeah,
Like-
until you get like skin infection and you like
Yeah,
break a
like-
finger.
Good for they're trying
That
hard.
AIDS.
They
Cauliflower.
That
ear.
AIDS.
Yeah.
lose and people clap
That's
for
what
them.
me and Bade
Yeah,
talked
it's a
about.
respect thing.
Denorcio got a pin with 2 seconds left,
It was awesome.
which ended up winning the match for us.
I saw a video of that.
If he lost
Electric.
that, it would have been a 3-point swing. Would have been
We would have been tied.
tied, and then it would have been on
Rayak.
Rayak.
He
But
got the
Rayak
pin anyway.
pinned anyway.
Yeah,
But it was just icing on the cake then.
and that was Rayak's first dual meet match of the year. He had pink eye and other small injuries that led him to not wrestle the ones prior. And then Sabatino also had a big win too to lead it to Denorcio to win it for us. And then upcoming matches, senior night on Friday against Elizabeth. And then next Wednesday is when they have the state tournament for the team.
Be there.
Be there.
Chuck and I are gonna try to commentate wrestling one of these days.
That would be.
I was
insane.
thinking about it. How would you
I
commentate
don't know.
wrestling?
Yeah.
Because you got to know the moves like right bar, left bar, 2 points.
Shoot.
Yeah. That's,
Half Nelson.
So wrestling is going to make a run in the state tournament
the
this
thing
year.
with wrestling, I don't want to take away from the intensity of it. I feel like we make it funny and the guys get like mauled.
Yeah.
I feel like basketball, I could be like air ball.
Plus,
This guy's
also,
trash.
like, during the match, it's very quiet in the
Yeah,
gym.
we can't be
So
talking.
you two idiots be in the corner like, he got him in the back and he got him for 2 points. Like, it sounded so stupid.
I also don't know how the scoring works.
We could be like very quiet and talk like in between.
Like tennis. Or like golf. With the putt.
You should do golf.
Silence.
Spit without a teleprompter.
Alright, are we doing girls basketball now?
Damn right.
I mean, have at it. Kid.
Alright.
Run
So,
loose.
since the last podcast, I believe they're 3-2.
What was? Go, just go.
Squirrel.
Just go.
Go.
Yeah, they're 3-2. First game, they lost to Cranford way back. Mia Ferdman had 12 points. Caroline had 11 and Emily had 11.
Would you guys shut up? Mute their mics.
Okay, just go.
Yeah, it was a tough game. They lost 50-38, but they picked it back up, taking on Kent Place. This was actually a pretty rough game because I'm pretty sure the girls started out down. You right?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Wait, did he step out?
Me?
Yeah.
Keep going. You
The
guys.
game we commentated for girls basketball was actually
Yeah.
quite good.
So
Yeah, well-
we took on Kent Place at Kent Place this time, and it was a pretty rough one. I'm pretty sure Coach Eckert said that the girls were losing.
They scored 1 point in
They
the first
scored
quarter.
1 point in the first quarter. It was definitely a rough
And then,
one.
He scored-
and then the opposing team, 10th place, scored 1 point in the second quarter.
Wait, what was the score at half?
The halftime
At
score was,
halftime, it was 13-11.
that's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, it was definitely not like last time as we blew them out by a lot last time. Just a slow start, but we got the W 29-18. Some scores. Actually, nobody really had over double digits.
I mean, they only scored 29. I expect.
Mia was the leading scorer with 9 points.
Birdman.
The Birdman.
Birdman,
Yeah, Birdman, Ferdman.
it's like some of those shots is swoosh. The other ones fly off.
That was good.
All right.
Kind of brutal considering she's been our best scorer by far. But
No, we were like, never mind. We'll talk.
All right, so
we'll talk later.
the next game was against Oak Knoll, a pretty close game, but we pulled through and won 45-41.
Wow.
Caroline, leading scorer, 20 points.
Ooh, 20
Have
bomb.
a day, kid.
And then Emily was the only other one with double digits. She had 13. So the next game, tough loss against Roxbury this past weekend, 42-33. There are no stats.
Yeah,
regarding
NJ.com's really working
our
on it.
game.
It's not how the NJ.com works.
Can we go to Roxbury's
The
record
coach
for a
submits
second?
the scores and the stats.
Roxbury was 0-11 going into this game, and we gave them the first win of the year. But, you know, like we said, it could be like Cranford. They could have a tough schedule. We don't know.
We're having a girls.
Like losing to the Cleveland Browns in 2017. Holy Lord.
Girls basketball is having an incredible year for
Yes.
beginning of the year.
Considering we
standards.
all
Blue-
projected her to
Yeah.
all
Like
of them to
barely
go
make
below
500.
500.
No, I had them at 500. I had them at 13 and 12.
Well, you weren't.
What
you
do I
didn't
have
say it
now?
on the video, so it doesn't count.
I was on that one.
You
Yeah,
were.
you were.
Yeah, I was.
He was.
That was my
Oh, that was your
Lead off.
introduction.
Inaugural.
I think I was a
Yeah,
little
I
over
was out
500
on that
as well.
one.
Charlie probably had him at like 19 and 0.
Yeah, Chuck, just like your boys basketball.
Boys
prediction,
basketball,
you got 21 and 2.
No. They called me a madman.
And now they're like,
It was wrong.
We were right.
Well, you know, I had a little faith in, like, you know, the seniors this year, and then the faith is kind of out the window right now, but it's okay.
It's all
But the
right.
girls basketball, listen, Coach E
We got one more
is a
game.
mastermind. I just want to say that. Coach E is awesome. That offense they run, it's.
You gonna take him out to
they're-
dinner?
What?
You gonna take him out to dinner?
They're
Give
two-
credit where credit's due.
Yeah, they're two of their best players are out in Sarah and Kira, and they're still like winning games consistently.
He's gonna be coaching at UConn one day.
Yeah, I
He's
think
going to
so
replace
too.
Gino. So the last game this
Gino?
past Tuesday, we won 37-30 against Dayton,
Birdman, 16.
17.
Oh,
Was that this most recent game?
Yeah.
And Chelsea,
She balled
Chelsea
out.
had 9.
balling,
A lot of Birdman shots too. In the middle.
catching some wins.
Chad, you're so negative the whole game. You're sitting behind us like, they're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose. They're up by like 5.
No, that I didn't say
They're
that.
gonna lose. You're like pouting.
I didn't.
Yeah, they're like, here comes a penalty, and they're gonna get it, and then we're gonna
That
lose.
was the Glenrock game,
Yeah,
not,
dude,
not this
what?
girls
No,
basketball
that was
game.
basketball.
He
There's
did
no.
not say penalty.
Foul.
So the girls are currently sitting at 10-6, 7-3 in the UCC Madden. They have Elizabeth
I haven't
at
seen
Elizabeth
Timbo.
today at 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure if they win this Elizabeth game, they're guaranteed a home game in counties.
Well, Elizabeth is. I think they're
gross,
undefeated.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's check the pregame out.
I'm like pretty. They're.
How was it?
I'm figuring to watch.
That feels
Yeah, Elizabeth is 17-0 right now.
Wow.
So definitely going to be a tough game. But maybe the girls can pull off the W.
But yeah, then they play. Verona? Oh,
They
no,
got-
this is boys basketball. No, this is
Then
hockey.
they-
What am I talking about?
Then they got Scotch Plains, Johnson, and Ridge to
Coming
close
up.
out the year. So
All right.
Yeah. Wait, can we do some quick NFL playoff predictions?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Very quick. I've got my prediction: Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl.
I'm so tired of your Twitter. That's what I want to
I'm
say.
active on Twitter.
His Twitter is so awful.
I tweet, I think, like daily, twice a day.
Trying to predict like the
I got
playoff
okay.
games, it's
I've been
so
doing
bad.
pretty good, but I predicted the whole last playoff round completely wrong. But I was getting really,
Even the broken clocks right twice a day.
well, no, I wasn't right at all.
I'm going on the complete opposite.
I'm going Bengals Niners.
49ers, Bengals.
Brock Purdy's trash.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's not very good. Look at their team though.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm thinking 49ers Chiefs.
And you
Chiefs
said you
with
both
no-
are running the same.
Mine is like a 50% Pat Mahomes.
50% Pat Mahomes
Oh,
is better
Mahomes
than.
isn't all there.
No, he literally
He
just
hurt
seen
his
him.
ankle.
He was walking out of the interview completely
Yeah,
fine.
anybody can walk. An ACL injury
Not
person
anybody.
can walk. Can they
Not-
play a
not
sport?
everyone. What?
But
You can't walk. You can walk with an injury, like an ankle injury. You
listen,
can't. Playing a
he
sport
looked
is,
awesome against the Jags even with that injury.
Yeah, he couldn't play.
literally-
Okay, maybe I'll go Bengals for Niners.
In the
pick all of them. You might get one of them right.
That was a great quote, John.
It's not a quote. It's just I'm
In
telling
the-
you, you might get one
in the
right.
NFL, in the playoffs, in the whole league,
Final.
my
prediction.
my top three.
49ers Bengals.
Clap it up.
Then Bengals win.
Okay. Good.
I'm not going to call the Super Bowl
I'm
yet.
not
I think it's
calling
going to be
Super Bowl.
Eagles Chiefs.
I need
but
to see some.
dude,
Eagles,
I think I
Chiefs.
sat
I'm
for
moving.
30 minutes trying to think about Chiefs Bengals. It could really go either way. It's
30 minutes.
genuinely.
That's sad.
Genuinely.
That's honestly sad.
I was going so
Dude,
back
you
and
need
forth.
help. Like, if
Looking
you,
at the
if you
stats.
got that much free time, you got to find a new
Oh
hobby.
no, I was doing it like during class or something. I don't know.
Oh, great.
Sorry.
Academic weapon.
Sorry.
He's
But,
committed already. He's fine.
Yeah. Thank you. We're going to end it there. We got a little Super Bowl predictions. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. You are in the zone.
And now you're out of the zone.
That was good.